Ladies and gentlemen, the heat is back. Greetings and welcome back to another hot-alicious episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, as always, Jason Oliveira. And with us is something I didn't really pay a lot of attention to as I was purchasing. In my mind, these were all chips except for one which stood out as a popcorn. As it turns out, these two are popcorn. This is a chip, and these are cheese curls. To my surprise, when I got home, I was expecting 3 bags of chips and a popcorn. So, nonetheless, we're going to go through these from what I believe is probably the hottest to the least hot, least hot to the hottest. As we know, the Carolina Reaper is the hottest pepper in the world outside of the, what's the Apollo pepper or whatever it is there that they're still trying to figure out the Scoville numbers for. Then we've got ghost pepper, which is also no joke. We had that cheese, if you remember, that was absolutely, well, it wasn't disgusting, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. And that was hotter than expected. The reason why I got all of these was because they were all hot, it said hot all over them. I was like, oh, I'll do these for a mild hot week, because I don't think these are going to live up to anything we had on what I tried or was going to try on the original hot week. So I thought these were Carolina Reapers, because if you look at if you look at a Carolina Reaper, it kind of looks like this popcorn in a way. But it turned out to just be popped kernels of corn. So let's start here. We'll move down the line and we'll see how hot dollar store hot chips can get together. It smells a little peppery, a little fiery. I won't say that it doesn't smell hot. Here we go. Take a little look at it, little gander. Here we go. Popcorn gets stuck in your teeth sometimes. Spicy. On a scale of spiciness, I'd say it's like a 2 or a 3. But 2 or 3 isn't bad if you're snacking. It's warmer than... I'd say it's like a 3. We'll give it a 3. But tasty as fuck. Holy shit. The sweet corn popcorn is delicious. It kind of has that kettle corn type deal where it's the sweet and salty, but this is the sweet and spicy version of that. You could almost call this like a fiery kettle corn or something like that because it's got the sweet and spicy. So as far as snacks goes, the dollar store is really doing a pretty good job so far. That was tasty and delicious. Next up, we've got the Flavor Mill hot cheese flavored popped corn, not popcorn, mind you. So this is the second popcorn we're trying. I was going to try to mix them up, but I really thought right up until a few minutes ago that was a chip. I was going to do chip popcorn, chip cheese curl, which would have been a chip as well, but turned out to be a cheese curl. Not as spicy smelling as the last one, I'll say that. Doesn't smell very hot. I may have done these out of order. I just think it was funny that it was called hot cheese. Here we go. It's a sneaky heat, but that's like a 1 as far as hot goes. Not bad. You know, it's like kind of your typical cheese flavored. Heat's building a little bit. We'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. It's tasty, but this one stood out to me. This one really doesn't stand out. It just tastes like a cheesy popcorn. We should be turning up the heat at this point. This is ghost pepper, and it is made with ghost pepper extract or something, not extract. Spices including ghost pepper. So it's got some kind of ghost pepper spice in it. Is it actually going to be as hot as your typical, marketed ghost pepper thing? This is a dollar store thing. I have a hard time believing it's going to be anything more than maybe a 4 or 5. It's got that dirty cheese smell, the nacho cheese. Well, here we go. All right, so I was just reading. Ed Herr is the CEO of Herr. He says, if you like hot, you won't be disappointed. You're definitely hotter than these two, but I'd say it's barely a 4. You feel it coming on like it's going to be a lot hotter, but it never gets there. It just kind of like leaves you anticipating. 3 down already. Moving right along. We've got Herr's. Once again, Herr's. Okay, so Herr's. This is ghost pepper. This is Carolina Reaper. I definitely don't think this is going to be more than a 5. I'd love to have you prove me wrong. but I don't think you're gonna. No smell there. No smell whatsoever. They look like your average cheese curl. Nothing unique about them. Little darker spots here and there. Down the hatch. I must be sweating a little bit because my nose, my glasses keep sliding down my nose. It's still building. This might be worth the price of admission right here. This is definitely worth it. Delicious. It's already petering off. This is a nice little introduction into the world of hot. If you've never had anything like really hot, this will get you to that point almost where like I've been before, or many people who have tried high Scoville content items. You feel the way it reacts in your mouth and your head and in your sinuses and everything, and almost in your ears too. This not so much, but the top of my head is hot and sweating. I can feel it. This is pretty good because they've somehow learned how to tame it so that it doesn't stick around for very long. I mean, I didn't need water. That's a good chip. These two, they didn't do much for me. I mean, good enough chip. Hers, you make a fine chip. You know, this popcorn is okay. It's your typical popcorn. There's nothing wrong with it. But these two really stood out to me. And if you have a Dollar Tree near you and you're into spicy things or just delicious things, this is really good. And this is interestingly spicy. If you have like kids that want to know what it tastes like but not have that long burn, you might want to test a few of them on yourself. They'll, give them to a few adults first. But I would not be afraid to give this to Griffin, who loves hot stuff. Hashtag hot stuff. Well, that about wraps it up for the hot episode. So I will be back at some point to do Hot Week. I don't know if I will ever make it to that point where I feel comfortable doing Mad Dog 357 number 9 plutonium. It seems insane. Maybe like a drop or something like that I would try, but I just don't think it's worth the pain. And unless I can work myself up to it again, I don't think I'll ever. But the chocolate bar, I think I will tackle that at some point in the near future. I'm not going to say I'm not committing to any time or date, but I think I could do that. Anywho, I'm going to let you guys go. And if you guys are loving watching what I'm creating as much as I'm loving creating what you guys are watching, then you should consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hit the little bell icon. Why not? It'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today, tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain is one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who can't take care of themselves, but they're the ones that need it the most. I'm Jason Oliveira, and this is the Vodkast. I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, everybody.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.